Yo, family, what's good? What it do? What it is? I am back with these picks. And man, okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, we did a lot better than what we did last week. We are not even gonna mention last week because that was dog shit last week. I'm not gonna lie, it was dog shit. It was bad, so we're not even gonna mention that. But we did a lot better this week. We are getting to it. We're getting there. I feel like I'm starting to figure out teams a little bit. I mean, the record this week. The record is the record this week, but with the outcome of this week's games, I feel a lot better going into our week 5 picks. I actually feel like I can get a grasp on these teams now and what to expect anyway. But that's enough about that. Let's get straight into the action. Here's what went down in week 4. Alright, so let's get into this. To start it off, Thursday night football on week 4, we had the Cowboys and the Giants. Now, I did predict that the Cowboys were going to win. However, I don't feel comfortable with that win. I expected the historical ass whooping that they usually put on the Giants in prime time. And if you're a Giants fan, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If you're a Giants fan, I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry. Y'all stink. Y'all stink. Y'all stink. Alright, Cowboys ended up getting that W 20-15. So, one in the win column for us. Alright, next, we had the Jets and the Broncos. And bad weather game, so I'm not really counting it against either team. It's hard to move the ball like that. The team with the better run game usually wins that one. Bo Nix getting his first passing touchdown, though. Hey, I mean, it was sloppy. That thing was sloppy. That thing, it was like, alright, I guess it's a touchdown's a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers and the guys, though, very surprised in that. Extremely surprised in that. Extremely. Just shocked by Aaron Rodgers and the guys not being able to figure something out. Something at all. But the Broncos ended up getting that W 10-9. And now, let's get into the first shocker of the week. I guess the Broncos and Jets could be a shocker, but so, the Eagles and the Buccaneers. Okay. I feel like every single time Red Zone would put this game on, I just saw Baker Mayfield just making a nutty ass pass. Just some crazy shit every single time. So, like, last week I know Baker had a stinker. I know the Bucs had a stinker against the Broncos. But still, I don't know. Like, is Baker, like, I trust if we're doing the whole, the quarterbacks that are making a comeback for their career, then it's like Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. Those are the two that I actually trust in that. I don't trust Derek Carr, but he can change my mind, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, the Buccaneers absolutely smashed on the Eagles 33-16, and it's getting bad. For those of you who don't live in the tri-state area and might not know any Eagles fans, it's getting bad. I'm talking conspiracy theories. Jalen Hurts hates the coach hates Jalen Hurts. Big Dom stuff, like, bro, it's getting bad over there. And I told my coworker this to start the season. I was like, you guys got a lot of, like, everybody loves what Howie Roseman is doing, and it's great. Everybody wants their GM to be Howie Roseman, but when you implant a bunch of star players on a team, you get a Saquon Barkley, you get a Chauncey Gardner-Johnson back, you already have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, you have a Dallas Goddard, you're not lacking at any position, really, offensively. Defensively, you have names defensively. You have Chauncey, you have Darius Slay, you have Jalen Carter. You understand, like, you have the names. It might not be clicking, but the names are there. So there's no excuses when you lose, especially games that you're supposed to win. Like, that's what I was trying to get across. Like, sometimes it's good to have just that, like, basic team that's an underdog, because I know Philly used to be the underdogs, but it's good sometimes to have that under the radar team like a Commanders, who out of nowhere everybody's looking at them like, yo, what the fuck is going on? That's team right there. And if they lose, there's no expectations. Steelers and the Colts got into it. This was a good game. Anthony Richardson getting injured. Joe Flacco coming in, throwing, I believe, 2 touchdown passes. Josh Downs going off. First week back, and he is on my fantasy team, so guess who is starting this weekend? But yeah, to say that the Colts played a good game, they definitely did, but Justin Fields, just saying that the Steelers lost doesn't mean that he had a bad game by any means. My boy was balling. Russell Wilson will be on that bench for the foreseeable future. The Colts ended up getting that dub 27-24. Now, let's get into the Texans and Jaguars, which I'm a little bit more confused by, only because, yes, the Jags are 0 and now 4, but okay, we know the Jags stink. It's a division game. So fine, but the Texans are worrying me a little bit. I feel like it might be because I could be expecting the Texans from last year, because they were like, at a certain point, they just started whooping ass, and the offense doesn't look like it's running as smooth. And I'm not saying anything about Stephon Diggs, because obviously it's not his fault. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just wondering, like, is it because I'm looking at it like it's last year that I'm having that problem? But the Texans would go on to get that dub 24-20. The Jags, yeah, y'all gotta back it up. I don't know. You paid your quarterback already. It's too late. He's paid. It's too late. It's too late. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I'm sorry. Fire your coach. I don't No, seriously, y'all gotta get that figured out over there. It could just be a bad year. Maybe it's a bad year. Maybe it's a really bad year. Oh, okay. So, let's move on to the Vikings and the Packers. 2 really good teams, and it's a division game. And at first it was an ass whooping, and I was like, hold on. And then the Packers started packing. Man, like, I am a full believer in both of these teams now. When the season started, I wasn't fully in on the Packers at all. I liked what they did at the end of the season last season. I didn't know if they'd be able to continue it, and sure enough, they really like every game they are in, so I like it. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Packers. Sam Darnold now, Jesus, what is going on? Kevin O'Connell's the man. I genuinely don't understand how come nobody, like, how come he couldn't, and it has to be because of the system. And I know if you watch the Pat McAfee show or anything like that, you heard Aaron Rodgers talk about system quarterbacks, and I think that's a fact. The quarterback has to be in the right place to work for them, or else it's just not gonna. So maybe that really is what happened with Sam Darnold, because it's obvious he can ball. You don't just, unless you can just stay in the league for like 5 years and be like, one day you wake up and you're like, yeah, I'm a fucking star. I don't know. But the Vikings would hit that W up 31-29. Now, the desperation game, alright? The desperation game of the week, because the Bengals were 0-3, out here getting that ass beat every week. Everybody's asking questions about Joe Burrow, about Jamar Chase, about T. Higgins. Everybody has all the questions in the world. They have a layup against the Panthers, but Andy Dalton was smoking hot last week. So, they come in there, they handle business just like I thought they would, alright? Not as easy as I thought they would, but just like I thought, 34-24. I don't know if this is going to start something for the Bengals. I need to see them beat an actual team. The Panthers are still the Panthers. I like to see the Panthers putting up points now. That's something, dog. I don't know. That's something. And look, they say Bryce Young looks happy on the bench. Like, and I'm not even joking. They say he looks genuinely happy to be on the bench and with the pressure off him. So I'm all for that too. Now, let's get into the Rams and the Bears, which was shocking to me. I didn't watch this entire game. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was absolutely shocking to me, the outcome, though. Only because the Bears ended up winning 24-18. I expected, I think the Rams are a good team. Do they have the same people they once had? No. But I do believe they are a good football team. I don't know what's going on exactly. I'm not sure what's going on with the Rams. Stafford, I feel like, is hooping, but I don't. If you're a Rams fan, please reach out and tell me what's going on. But shout out to Caleb Williams and the Bears for pulling out that 24-18. The only highlight I could find was a run play. So whatever that tells you is what it tells you. Okay, let's keep moving on. We had the Saints and the Falcons, and I'm not gonna spend like a whole 5 minutes talking about the Saints this time. I already do that enough. I'm not gonna do it this time. Listen to me. We lost to a team that didn't score an offensive touchdown. In fact, we gave them 2 touchdowns. I don't know what to think. Look at my dog. You might hear him running around this room. I am not paying him attention right now, so he's a little restless, but he's actually right under me right now. But anyway, yes, we lost to a team that did not do anything deserving of a win other than that 58-yard field goal. I'll give them that. That's amazing. I'll give them that. Cool. Now, if we get Devontae Adams, we might be a little bit in better shape. Hi, buddy. Do you want to be up here? This is Boss, everybody, and I guess he just wants to be up in the video, apparently. Hi. Hi. Do you want to talk to the people? I don't think he was. Okay. All right. You're doing too much. All right. So, yes. I don't even know where I was just at. Okay, yes, with the Saints and the Falcons, we lost to a team that did absolutely nothing. So I don't know what to think of these Saints. I'm not high on the Falcons at all. They find ways to win. Or they found 2 ways to win. So fine, I guess. Impressive against the Eagles, not as impressive against us. So I don't know. I don't know what to think of the Falcons. I can't judge them yet. But as far as the Saints go, if we get Devontae Adams, my opinion completely changes. But for now, we're fucked. Same old Saints for right now. If we get Devontae Adams, her opinion completely changes, and I'm on the Adams train. So that's it. If we get Devontae, there's absolutely no way we should have a problem. Derek Carr's comfortable with him. We would still be able to keep Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave. All they want is a second round and a third. Like, make it happen. Make it happen. I don't give a fuck about that money. Make it happen. Anyway, Saints would end up losing 26-24. Hey man, like I said, I don't know what to think of either team other than I'm not impressed by either team right now as it stands, and I so mean that. I'm so not impressed by either team. So, moving on, we have the Commanders and the Cardinals, and I'll tell you straight up, this game was a shocker to me. I thought the Commanders would win. I thought Jaden Daniels was good. I did not know the Commanders were like that. The Commanders are like the Texans from last year. It's scary as hell because we all thought that what CJ Stroud did was amazing and it'll never happen again. No way. And then Jaden Daniels just comes in and goes, yeah, fuck that. Here, bang, 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 bang. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. They're comparing him to Drew Brees in terms of accuracy and completion percentage. What are we talking about? And I love that he's building a connection with Terry McLaurin because he's on my fantasy team. Okay, sorry. The Commanders would win and blow the bullshit out of the Cardinals 42-14. Moving on to the 49ers and the Patriots. This game was good. This was a good game. The 49ers defense, man, Fred Warner is a fucking beast. He is a fucking beast. He's an animal. Fucking animal. Jacoby Brissett. It's tough for you out there, dog. I don't know what to say. It's tough for you out there. Brock Purdy, though, and Juwan Jennings that's a good connection that I don't think I saw, like, coming, I guess. Like I don't. Some of the catches and performances that Juwan Jennings is putting on is absolutely insane, but I think Brock Purdy is showing me a lot, and I really do mean a lot, because I was never a Brock Purdy just drops his toy like it's nothing. But yes, I was never on the Brock Purdy train at all, so I'm starting to be on it. Like, I always thought he was a good quarterback. I would never go to elite, though. I'm still not there, but I think he really is an above average quarterback, so cool. I'm with it. 49ers would get that 20-16. If you're a Browns fan, I just need to know how y'all feel, only because, hey, yo, this man is crazy. He's just dragging his toy across the ground. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're ruining the video. What are you doing? Oh God, now here he comes. Okay, so I don't know, if you're a Browns fan, I would be highly upset, solely because, like, you paid Deshaun Watson all that money. Your team stinks. It's not getting any better. You probably want a new quarterback by now, but you can't move on from $230 million guaranteed. My God, that's a stinky situation. That situation stinks. The Raiders got a W and their star wide receiver wants out. This is crazy. This is crazy. The NFL is crazy this season. The NFL is absolutely insane this season. Like, for the Raiders to win, and then Antonio Pierce is like, yeah, fuck Devontae Adams. And Devontae Adams is like, fuck that organization. The organization is like, yo, a second and a third, and this guy's fucking out of here. Like, that shit is crazy to me. So, again, Raiders got the dub 20-16. They win, but at what cost? I don't know. The Chiefs and Chargers, low scoring game, but good division game, I guess. The Chargers hanging in there. Travis Kelce gets a much needed bounce back game because tight ends have been looking like dog shit this year. George Kittle's been alright. But tight ends, because the Brock Bowers dude been alright too. The star tight ends, because I have Mark Andrews on my fantasy team, and we're not even gonna talk about that until we get there. But Travis Kelce had himself a nice game. Chiefs end up getting that dub, 17-10. Patrick Mahomes does not look good. I don't know what's going on. It's like every week he's throwing a pick. He's like, fuck it, I'm just tossing that bitch. I don't know what's going on. My dude's blowing out his own teammates, ACLs and shit. It's stinky out here, Patrick. Get your shit together, goddamn. So, moving on to the Ravens and the Bills. So, this game won me some money, because right before this game started, I said, I think Derrick Henry's gonna go off tonight. So I went on over to ESPN Bet, which I'm not sponsored by, just giving details. I went on over there and I put in a parlay for Derrick Henry to have over 100 yards, 90 yards actually, over 90 yards, 2 touchdowns, and for the Ravens to win. Bruh. First play of the game. Oh my God. 87 yards. Taking that motherfucker to that. Oh my God. I was in the room screaming. I was laying in bed screaming. Top of my lung type vibe. Like, so, Ravens would end up getting that dub. 35-10. Josh Allen looked like, have you ever been to, or have you ever seen, when a white person goes to the hood for the first time, that's what Josh Allen looked like. Like, he was fighting for his fucking life out there. They were taking it fucking lunch money out there. It was nasty. My boy was out there getting the ball slapped out his hands, getting hit up, top, down, bottom. God. I was feeling bad, but as Derrick Henry kept doing all this, just kept taking that ball. As he kept doing that, I was just like, yes, get me paid, baby. So again, Ravens would end up winning 35-10. Now, the Dolphins on Monday night versus the Titans. If you watch this game, God bless you. I'm gonna tell you right now, I watched the first quarter and I was like, yeah, I'm fucking out of here. I'm done. The second that damn Lions and Seahawks game came on, I was like, see ya. Clicked right off of that shit. Clicked right off. I was like, fuck that. I'm not doing it. So, this game, okay. At some point, the Dolphins are gonna just have to dumb down the offense. It's gonna have to be a simple, I don't give a fuck if you give it to Tyreek Hill on a direct snap. Figure it out. Give the playmaker himself. Okay. Well, Levis got injured. 31-12. The Dolphins ended up winning. Now, the actual game of the night on Monday night, the Lions and the Seahawks. Man, oh man, what a game. It was a good game, but you could tell early that the Lions were going to do what they were going to do. Jared Goff, 18 for 18, just under 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, one of them catching that bit. Catching that, so, like, insane performance, absolutely insane performance. Also won money off of a couple bets in there, having to do with Jahmyr Gibbs, scoring a touchdown, getting some yards, Kenneth Walker getting some yards, bet on the third quarter being the highest scoring quarter, and that's when it really started going crazy. Like, third quarter happened, and I was like, holy shit, it was fireworks everywhere. I was like, god damn. But the Lions ended up getting that dub, 42-29. The score might sound a little wonky, but understand that I was about to say that the Seattle Seahawks, they were missing a lot of people, and Geno still was balling out there. I think Geno Smith as well. I said Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield, also Geno Smith. I'm loving what I'm seeing from him. So, man, out of 16 games this week, your boy went 9-7. All right, 9-7. It's not great. It's not great. It's not great. But it's better than the score that we're not gonna say from last week ever again. It's better than that. We're back in the positive column. We are positive. All right, and we're gonna keep it that way going forward. Matter of fact, let's get into that right now. Let's get into these week 5 picks. All right, let's get live. It is week 5. All right, so let's get straight into this. Thursday night football, we have the Buccaneers and the Falcons, and unfortunately, I do believe that the Bucs are going to take this one. The Falcons are favored. I'm sure it's probably because it's at home. I just think that Baker Mayfield is more of a gunslinger than Kirk Cousins, and that's what's going to win this game specifically, in my opinion. That's just me, though. That is just me. Now, let's get into the Jets and Vikings. This is tough. This is a tough one. Aaron Rodgers is familiar with the Vikings, familiar with playing in Minnesota. Not that that really matters. The Vikings are 4-0, but I'm taking the Jets here with the upset. Only because Aaron Rodgers he's still Aaron Rodgers at some point. He's still Aaron Rodgers, and at some point I'm thinking the Vikings are going to drop one or two games in these next few weeks. I think that's definitely going to happen, and this is a team for that to happen against. The Colts and the Jaguars. Oh, this is tough. But I'm going with the Colts here. I'm going with the Colts. I'm going with the Colts here. Dolphins and Patriots. I keep picking the Dolphins because they have the better team. I can't keep doing this to myself. But the Patriots, I know for sure the Patriots just like... let me think. Okay, we're gonna go... man, the Patriots are favored by what? Yeah, this is crazy. I don't know. This is crazy. I don't know. I'm going with the Dolphins again, and I'm only doing that. Oh man, I'm going with the Dolphins. I don't have much of an explanation other than they have the better team. They have the better team and the more experienced coach. This should be good for them, but we'll see. The Bills and the Texans. This is another hard game. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm barely putting in bets this weekend because these are some hard ass games to call. This is hard because just last year, CJ Stroud beat Joe Burrow in Cincinnati, and that's the game that made everybody kind of go, okay, yeah, all right, this is absolutely that. So I'm gonna go with. I want to go with the Bills, I do, but I'm going with the Texans, man. I'm going with the Texans. It's gonna say a lot if the Texans win, though. It is gonna say a lot, and it'll give me a little bit of more info about the Bills. I think, though, Josh Allen's gonna bounce back after last week. I don't know. Ooh, Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Oh my God. Wow. I don't know. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. I don't know. Damn. Because you know they both want to win. They don't want to lose this game. I'm going with CJ Stroud and the Texans because, and this is only, I'm going to explain it in a quick term. Brotherhood. Stephon Diggs. If CJ Stroud is a person that I think CJ Stroud is, then he wants to win this game just as bad as Stephon Diggs does because he understands what it means to Stephon Diggs. Josh Allen can want to win this game all he wants. I don't know that he has that partner in crime that it's like, maybe James Cook, that it's like, yo, I fucking need you today. Like, I need you. Let's go get after it. So, I'm going with the Texans, and that's the only reason, because it's not, obviously, this game, it's a pick 'em. We all know that, so. Anywho, the Bears and the Panthers, I'm going with the Bears. I'm not picking the Panthers, I'm sorry. Y'all had 1 week, it's over. Ravens and Bengals, I'm going with the Ravens to get up on the Bengals early and just keep them down. Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, I cannot stress this enough. Lamar Jackson just to not lose these regular season games, big regular season games. Lamar Jackson always dominates. If you go back and check it, I promise you, I would never lie to you. Go back and check any big regular season game that he has played against a formidable team. He dog walks them. So, we're going with the Ravens. Commanders and Browns. We're going with the Commanders. Yeah, I got it at this point. The Browns look like the fucking Raiders. Speaking of which, I'm going with the Broncos because the Raiders don't even have their fucking interior figured out. Their locker room isn't figured out, so we're going with the Broncos. Cardinals and 49ers, we are going to go with the 49ers here. I do think that the Cardinals could give them a run for their money, though. Rams and Packers, we're going with the Pack, only because I don't know what's going on with the Rams, so I cannot trust the Rams at this point. The Seahawks and Giants, I think the Seahawks win this pretty easily. I think they're upset over how that last game went, just because it was a hard-fought game. They were down a lot of people. I think they let that all out on the Giants, and sorry about it, Giants. At this point, just tank and pray to God that Dion lets Shador come play for y'all or something. Like, so Cowboys and Steelers, we're going with, this is hard. I want to pick the Cowboys. I do want to pick the Cowboys. I think I'm going to go Cowboys. Yeah, because the Cowboys need like an actual victory, like a good W. I think they get that this week. Now, the Saints and the Chiefs. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm picking the Chiefs. Do I think the Chiefs are gonna win? Honestly, no. But I didn't think the Falcons were gonna win. I honestly picked that unbiasedly. I did not think the Falcons were going to win, and sure enough, they did without scoring a point. So if we can let the Falcons win without scoring a point, Patrick Mahomes is gonna have a field day on us. But at the same time, Patrick Mahomes has been giving that ball away a lot, and we are not the defense to play in that kind of territory. So, man, that is it for me. To recap, we have the Bucks over the Falcons, we have the Jets over the Vikings, we have the Colts over the Jags, we have the Dolphins over the Patriots, we have the Texans over the Bills, we have the Bears over the Panthers, we have the Ravens over the Bengals, we have the Commanders over the Browns, we have the Broncos over the Raiders, we have the 49ers over the Cardinals, the Packers over the Rams, the Seahawks over the Giants, the Cowboys over the Steelers, and the Chiefs. We got them over my Saints, man. That's what we're rolling with for week 5. Now, I will see you all sooner. Whoa. NBA season's about to start. Just putting that out there. You know we watching every goddamn game that LeBron plays. Just putting that out there. We about to get into some rankings. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all sooner.